Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on Small Business Server 2003. In this video we are going to be deploying some applications to all of the client PCs. This is a feature that's kind of underused with Small Business Server 2003, so I wanted to make this video just to show you how it works and how we can get on with it. So David Gibson, our virtual company's owner, has left us a folder on his PC with all the software he would like deployed to his computers. So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and create the copy these over to the server so that we can create them in the Small Business Server console. So to do this, we are going to navigate to our Small Business Server, and that is //sbso3. And then we're going to navigate into the client apps share. In here you can see we have a few apps that Small Business Server already deploys. So the first thing we're going to do is copy over the new ones. Now, as a pro tip, I try to make sure that there are no spaces in the file path names, just because it can cause some confusion. However, Small Business Server can normally deal with that. So I'm just going to let these copy over, and I will be right back when they have finished. Okay, so we've copied over all of the applications now. Each application exists within its own little folder in the client's app share. So now what we're going to do is we are going to navigate over to our Small Business Server to get the application set up. And to do that, we're going to use Microsoft Remote Desktop, and we're going to remote to SBSO3 and enter our password. Okay, so here we are at the Server Management console. And the first thing we're going to do is navigate to client computers. And then along the side here, we are going to click on Set Up Client Applications, and we're presented with this wizard here. We hit Next, we can see here are the applications that are already set up. And I'm going to click Add, and we are asked for the application name and the path to the installer. So the first one I'm going to do is Netscape. So I'm going to go into my Netscape folder, and I'm going to copy the path, and I'm going to paste it here. And for some reason that did not work, so I might have to do it manually. And I'm going to even select the installer. Now, not all the packages have to be configured for silent install. We're going to see this in the next couple of packages we set up, but we know that we can silently install Netscape by putting the /S at the end. So hopefully that should now deploy without any user interaction. It doesn't matter if the package can't deploy without any user interaction, because it actually still presents it to the user. So I'm going to give this a name. And I'm going to click OK. We get this usual warning to make sure that we've set our applications up correctly and we've got permission to them. We do, so we're going to hit Yes. And now we can see we've got Netscape Navigator appearing in our Setup Client Applications list. The next one I'm going to do is Adobe Reader, as this one actually has a exe package, and I don't believe it supports silent install, so we're just going to set this up to run the install, and we're going to go Browse, Adobe Reader, and select the setup program, and we're going to call this one Adobe Reader. Going to hit Yes on that warning again, and the next one we're going to set up is Adobe Photoshop. And we're going to navigate to this one. And click OK and accept the warning. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the rest of the Adobe applications. Okay, so the last application we're going to set up is going to be rather unique. So we are going to deploy Office 2003. Now, off camera, I have gone ahead and I have configured the deployment of Office 2003. I'm not going to be covering that in this video, but what I will be doing is doing that in a separate video. So I'm going to add Microsoft Office 2003. And that is located in the Office 2003 folder. And I'm going to select the setup.exe, but I'm going to be adding something to the end of this. So I'm going to navigate to this folder on the server because I've got a little text file with the setup transform that we need to add on to the end, which is here. So what we need to do is change the path of this from there to SBS03 Client Apps Office 2003. So now we're going to grab just this transform, we're going to copy that, and we're going to paste it at the end here. Make sure we have a space between setup.exe and the transform. So now I'm going to click OK, accept the message, and I'm going to click next. And you can see here we've now completed the client application setup. And now we've added these applications, do we want to assign these to computers? I'm going to click yes, because we do. We can see here the assign applications wizard is now opened. So I'm going to hit next. And we now need to select the computers that will be configured identically. So for this, I'm going to add all of them. I'm going to hit next. And for this, I am just going to deploy the applications that we want to go to everyone. And that is these ones here. I'm going to hit next. And then next again. And finish. So now we've done that, it's going to tell us here that the user needs to log off and log on to receive their new applications. I'm going to hit OK. Now, there are a few other applications we need to deploy to some PCs, but not all. Luckily, David's provided us a little spreadsheet here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to assign a few more applications. I'm not going to do all of them on video, but I'm just going to show you how to selectively assign some. So for instance, Adobe, Photoshop and Illustrator need to go to PC 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to add 1, 2 and 3 in here. And I'm going to check the applications that we want to deploy. You need to make sure you have all of the applications that in total you want to include, because running this wizard will override what was previously assigned. So I'm going to check those here, click next. Next again, and finish. So now what we're going to do is we're going to log off and log on this computer so that we can see the setup process. I'm going to hit Control Delete to log on, and I'm going to enter David's password. And as you can see here, all of these package icons have appeared on our desktop. So these say, click here to install Adobe Illustrator, click here to install Adobe InDesign. So they don't have to be installed straight away, but all you have to do as a user is double click on them, and the package installer will start, and the shortcut will be deleted once the setup is complete. As you can see here, the Netscape Navigator has now disappeared. That is because the package is installed. I'm going to hit next to do Microsoft Office 2003. Now this is a package that is set to install completely on its own. It won't ask for any user input. Okay, so now that the Microsoft Office installer is complete, we can see here that it has successfully been installed. All we have to do now is double click to run the other installers. This one is not a unattended install, so we can see here the user has to do a little bit of work to get this software. And there we go, that's another package installed. So as you can see here, the icons are now disappearing. I'm going to do one more on camera and then I'm going to wrap this video up. And as you can see here, now we've got our other packages installed. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content like this. And thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.